Kim Jong-un executed his uncle Jang Song-taek. Why? Because Jang Song-taek possessed Kim Jong-un's pleasure squad without permission. His uncle Jang Song-taek was a playboy.
Kim Jong-un throws mysterious and secret parties filled with luxury. These events are shrouded in secrecy, and only a chosen few are invited. What happens at these parties is a complete mystery to outsiders. However, new findings have surfaced inside Kim Jong-un's secret parties as they never told you. Who attends these parties and what deals are made there? Join us as we uncover the secrets of these closed parties, the intrigues and the discussions that take place. Kim Jong-un secret parties. Kim Jong-un's secret parties are held in a lavish and super secret location known as the Master, hidden far below the streets of Pyongyang. This place is so secret that it has top-notch security to keep everything hush-hush. When you enter the Master, you're instantly transported into a world of luxury and grandeur. It has modern facilities that rival the best in the world. At the heart of the Master is the Grand Ballroom, which dazzles with glittering chandeliers, plush carpets, and beautiful decorations. This is where guests come together to enjoy the festivities. For those who need extra privacy, there are exclusive suites designed for VIPs. Each suite has its unique theme, offering a personalized experience. These suites come with luxury spa services and private dining rooms, with renowned chefs providing an unmatched level of comfort and exclusivity. One of the most intriguing features of the Master is its hidden casino. Tucked away in a discreet corner, this casino provides an exciting escape for guests who want to try their luck. North Korea has only 2 official casinos. One is in Pyongyang, owned by Kim Jong-un, located in the Yanggakdo Hotel, one of the city's largest hotels. Despite North Korea's general ban on gambling, this casino is one of the few places in the country where it is allowed, mainly for the upper class and foreign visitors. It offers a variety of games, from classic table games like poker and blackjack to modern slot machines, making it a playground for the elite, where fortunes can be won or lost in a single night. The guest list for these secret parties is extremely selective and carefully managed, ensuring that only the most important people are invited. Only North Korea's top elites, like senior government officials, military leaders, and influential figures, are allowed to attend these exclusive events. There are rumors that foreign dignitaries and celebrities have also been present, but solid proof is hard to come by. Invitations are usually sent out in a very elaborate way, sometimes involving secret codes and discreet drop-offs. The secrecy and exclusivity of the guest list only add to the allure and mystery of these gatherings. These secret parties are famous for their extravagant entertainment. The stage is filled with a variety of top-notch performances, featuring musicians, dancers, and acrobats chosen from the best talent, both in North Korea and around the world. These performers dazzle the audience with their remarkable skills. The atmosphere at these events is nothing short of extraordinary. The decorations are lavish, and the food and drinks are of the highest quality, enhancing the sense of sophistication and glamour. Performances vary from traditional arts to modern acts, offering a rich mix of entertainment that showcases both cultural heritage and contemporary influences. Every detail is carefully planned, from selecting vintage wines to sourcing rare and exotic ingredients for the meals, ensuring that no expense is spared. The dining experience at these parties is truly outstanding. The menus are crafted by famous chefs from around the world who make fancy dishes that please the taste buds. Each dish is a masterpiece, blending traditional Korean flavors with international cooking methods. These secret parties aren't just about luxury and fun, they hold significant political importance. They serve as a private space for crucial political discussions and negotiations that help shape North Korea's future. Important people come together to talk about and decide on the country's policies, strategies, and international relations. These gatherings are key moments where power is exchanged, alliances are formed, and plans are made. The extravagant setting of these events creates a comfortable environment, allowing for open and honest conversations. Besides strengthening domestic ties, these parties also serve as a diplomatic tool. Foreign dignitaries who attend get the chance to have casual talks with North Korea's leaders, which could influence international relations. The secrecy around these meetings means that what happens inside is rarely shared with the public, adding an element of mystery and speculation to the events. The secrecy around these gatherings leads to rumors and guesses, making tensions in international relations worse. Information from these meetings could be used for manipulation and blackmail. Leaks can create unhappiness within the country and among top circles, leading to international scandals and negative views. The international community watches these gatherings with strong interest, trying to understand the hidden messages. This divide fuels criticism and condemnation from the global community, further isolating North Korea on the world stage. Kim Jong-un's secret parties are not just lavish events filled with entertainment and luxury. They are meetings of the elite where important political discussions occur and decisions are made that shape the future of North Korea. The entertainment and atmosphere create an immersive experience for the guests, leaving them impressed by the talent and grandeur on display. In the larger context of North Korean politics and society, these secret parties are more than just celebrations. They are a small-scale reflection of the regime's inner workings, showing the complex mix of power, loyalty, and control. While the outside world may only get brief glimpses of this hidden realm, the impact of these gatherings is felt throughout the country's political landscape. The secretive world of Kim Jong-un's exclusive parties remains a mystery, showcasing the regime's ability to hide its most extravagant and controversial practices. The role of the pleasure squad. A troubling and debated part of these gatherings is the rumored presence of the pleasure squad. The story of the pleasure squad, known as the Geopolitical in North Korea, dates back to the time of Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea. However, it was during the rule of his son, Kim Jong-il, that the pleasure squad truly became well known. Created to entertain and secure the loyalty of the political elite, the main goal of the pleasure squad was to offer fun, companionship, and various services to North Korea's top class. Kim Jong-il, famous for his extravagant lifestyle, further developed and improved the role of the pleasure squad during his rule, which began in 1994. Some believe that he formed this group to distract his father, Kim Il-sung, from politics, thus allowing Kim Jong-il to strengthen his control. This tradition continued under the current leader, Kim Jong-un, despite early reports suggesting that he had ended the group. The pleasure squad also serves as a tool to secure the loyalty of high-ranking officials by giving them access to special gatherings. Moreover, it encourages a culture of corruption and entitlement within the North Korean leadership, further separating the ruling class from the daily struggles of ordinary people. The process of recruiting young women into the pleasure squad is a sad story of force, exploitation, and abuse of power. These women are often forced into servitude, deprived of their basic rights, and subjected to various forms of mistreatment. In a recent interview on the Jordan Harbinger show on September 23, the guest talked about the interesting topic of the North Korean pleasure squads. These squads are made up of women chosen from different areas in North Korea. Each year, officials get orders from the party to put together these squads. They have to pick girls who fit certain criteria. They must be virgins, attractive, and meet all the government's standards, including physical appearance and family background. This process involves gathering information from all over the country. Once collected, the authorities present the candidates to Kim Jong-un, who personally selects 25 women each year for his pleasure squad. However, these women become his companions, despite their leader's not-so-perfect health. Now, the recruitment process is not just about physical appearance. It's also about political loyalty and family connections. The chosen women are expected to serve their leader faithfully and keep their activities secret. In return, they get privileges and benefits, such as better living conditions and opportunities for their families. But those women who aren't chosen for the pleasure squad don't necessarily disappear. Some may be assigned to other roles within the regime, like working in factories or government offices. However, those who aren't fit for any role may face a more difficult fate. Then they divide these girls into different groups, one focused on satisfaction, another on happiness through massages, and a third group dedicated to healthcare, addressing various health issues. All these girls undergo training for their specific roles, typically aged between 16 to 23. Imagine this group as an elite squad similar to how other countries enlist qualified men to join the army and help protect their national sovereignty. The more skillful a lady is, the better her chances of being put in a select squad. Girls as young as 14 years can be chosen from schools, playgrounds, and other public areas, and then are compelled to perform immoral acts for the pleasure of Kim Jong-un and his party cronies. Yeonmi herself was asked to join this special group, called the Pleasure Squad. She talks about it on her own YouTube channel. According to her, I was also invited twice, but I couldn't go because of my family situation. They visit every classroom and even the schoolyards to find potential members. Once they find some pretty girls, the first thing they do is check their family background. They eliminate the girls whose family members have left North Korea or have relatives in South Korea or other countries. Yeonmi then describes the meticulous steps involved in choosing girls for the pleasure squads, starting with a physical examination. These girls undergo medical tests to confirm their virginity and family background. The final step involves a thorough medical check, where even the tiniest scar could disqualify them. Despite the complexity of the process, only a few teenage girls from across North Korea are selected to undergo intense propaganda training in Pyongyang. The officials tasked with selecting these girls face pressure to meet quotas, as their livelihoods are at stake. This drives them to choose only the most attractive candidates. Yeonmi also reveals that the parents of these girls often have little say in the matter. When government officials or recruiters identify a girl they believe would fit well into the pleasure squads. Given the widespread poverty in North Korea, many parents reluctantly agree, hoping their daughters will at least have access to food and a chance at a better life. In certain cases, families may be pressured or given some compensation to allow their daughters to leave home and serve in pleasure squads. The goal is to remove the girls from their families and place them under the control of the government. These government officials are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve this. The training process for these girls can last for several years. They are taught various skills and undergo political indoctrination, which convinces them that serving their regime is something to be proud of and that they are patriots for doing so. Some are even taught to believe that Kim Jong-un, despite his appearance, is the most attractive man in the world, and it would be an honor to be involved with him. At the end of it, the girls are given different roles and divided into groups. Eventually, they get to perform at parties attended by high-ranking officials of the ruling party. These parties, held twice a week, are lavish and allow for all sorts of excesses. Food and drinks are plentiful, and party officials are free to indulge in whatever they want. Singing and dancing performances are provided by members of the pleasure squads, and then the satisfaction groups take over, engaging in acts designed to please the party officials. The experience for these girls can be very distressing, with some required to perform multiple acts with multiple people in a single night. Failure to please their guests can result in harsh punishment. Additionally, there are happiness groups available to give massages to party members, and sometimes members of the satisfaction group may take part in the extra pleasure sessions. Kim Jong-il was said to be very careful in his use of these pleasure squads, even instructing the satisfaction group to seduce party officials and report back on their conversations or any secrets they might reveal. These parties also played a role in Kim's personal life, as he regularly engaged in activities with these women. After their time with the pleasure squad is over, one might assume that these girls would be allowed to return to their families and try to rebuild their lives. However, this is not always the case. Once they've served their purpose, they are often considered unfit to return to society due to the things they've witnessed and been involved in. They are essentially cut off from their families forever, never to contact them again. Instead, they may be paired with guards or other elite members and kept away from the public eye. They are essentially forced into marriage with someone they may not even choose, and they can never speak about what they've seen or done. They may not have heard from their families in years and face stigma and exclusion from society. This, combined with the mental toll of their experiences, makes it difficult for them to rebuild their lives, even if they manage to leave North Korea entirely. They struggle with guilt, shame, and memories of their past lives, making it hard to move forward. Mystery behind North Korea elite parties. The mysteries surrounding these events have captured the interest of people all over the world. However, getting an invitation to these parties is almost impossible for most due to the intense secrecy around Kim Jong-un. The North Korean regime goes to great lengths to keep the details of these gatherings hidden from outsiders. The venues are guarded around the clock by strict security to prevent any unauthorized entry or leaks of information. Guests must take an oath of secrecy, and breaking this promise results in severe consequences. Sadly, the most reliable and detailed information about these events especially lavish parties involving high-ranking political figures, like North Korea's Kim Jong-un, is kept strictly confidential and is not discussed publicly. These events follow strict protocols and security measures set by security agencies. The security staff is handpicked from Kim Jong-un's team and other specially trained personnel, ensuring they are trustworthy and highly skilled. The security personnel at these events are usually very experienced and well-trained in maintaining safety under such conditions. These gatherings are meticulously organized to ensure the safety and security of everyone involved, minimizing any risks and ensuring everything runs smoothly. Due to the lack of complete information, it is safe to assume that protecting both the guests' identities and their physical well-being is a top priority and is handled with utmost care. In North Korea, when people gather, they enter a world of luxury where reality seems to fade away, letting them escape the usual demands of daily life. A lavish entertainment setting filled with a magical atmosphere, where special events are designed to impress with their grandeur and amazing performances. Imagine famous secret parties that feature top-notch acts, leaving everyone amazed. The stage bursts with a range of talents, musicians, dancers, and acrobats, all showcasing their skills with great precision and artistry. These performers are chosen from the best talent groups in North Korea and around the world. The music plays a mix of modern tunes, carefully chosen to please the varied tastes of the guests. The melodies fill the room, creating a rich experience that feels like stepping into another world. Dancers take the stage with their graceful moves and detailed routines, presenting a visual treat. Their performances mix traditional Korean dance with fresh, modern twists. The perfect timing and coordination of the dancers captivate the audience, charming them with the beauty and elegance of their movements. One notable band that performs here is the Moranbong Band. Formed in July 2012 with 5 members, this band was selected with great care by Kim Jong-un himself. The name of the group comes from Moranbong District, a historic area in Pyongyang. It is believed that this place is where the late leader Kim Il-sung once gave a speech. After returning from their first performance in the Soviet Union, the Moranbong Band made a big impression on their audience and became a major topic of public interest. Breaking away from traditional and conservative clothing, these beautiful and graceful performers surprised audiences by appearing on stage in off-shoulder evening gowns. They performed Disney songs and danced with animated characters like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Winnie the Pooh. In addition, Moranbong members often wear youthful, modern short dresses and high heels during their performances, drawing comparisons to popular South Korean female idols. Occasionally, they also wear military-style outfits, showcasing both the strength and resilience of North Korean soldiers and the charm and elegance of women. The members of Moranbong are not just singers and dancers. They are also skilled musicians, playing a variety of instruments such as synthesizers, guitars, and string instruments. Besides singing patriotic songs about the country and its leaders, the group also performs international hits like Frank Sinatra's My Way and the theme song from the movie Rocky. Their music often has a pop and rock style similar to the 1980s. Currently, Moranbong has nearly 20 members, all reportedly holding high military positions. The group has several popular songs in the country, including Let's Learn Our Dear Leader and Endu Prosper Era of the Workers' Party. They also perform at Kim Jong-un's extravagant parties. These private parties are known for their luxury. The venues are richly decorated with sparkling chandeliers and golden accents that create a warm, inviting light. Guests wear their finest clothes, adding to the sophisticated and glamorous atmosphere. Tables are covered with the best food and drinks, featuring everything from fancy seafood to tempting desserts. This luxurious setting not only gives guests a taste of high living, but also creates an entertaining and elegant environment. These private gatherings are more than just fancy events. They are important for political discussions and negotiations that shape North Korea's future. Important figures engage in talks that impact the country's policies and international relations. Attendees from the Workers' Party of Korea have the chance to influence the nation's political landscape, making these parties a center of power where alliances are made and plans are discussed. The decisions made at these events affect both domestic and foreign policies, ultimately impacting the lives of ordinary people. While the entertainment and atmosphere of these parties create a remarkable experience, the true importance lies in the political discussions that happen behind closed doors. These meetings serve as a platform for addressing important issues such as economic reforms, international relations, military strategies, and domestic policies. However, due to their secretive nature, confirming the details of these discussions is difficult. The presence or absence of certain guests at these parties can influence North Korea's relations with other countries. For example, an invitation may signal an attempt to improve relations with a particular nation, while a refusal to attend could be seen as a diplomatic statement or even isolation. Organizing such events carries risks, particularly in the area of international diplomacy and political intrigue. The secrecy surrounding these gatherings often leads to rumors and speculation, increasing tensions in international relations. Unfortunately, getting accurate information about these parties may remain hard to achieve for some time. Kim Jong-un lavish lifestyle. From a young age, the president of North Korea was aware of his power and influence, both in his own country and around the world. When his father, Kim Jong-il, passed away in December 2011, people everywhere focused their attention on the young and charming Kim Jong-un. Despite his chubby cheeks and seemingly innocent look, many found it hard to believe he would wield such power. However, he quickly proved his determination to continue the strict rule of his predecessors. Born on January 8, 1982, amid the towering skyscrapers of Pyongyang, Kim Jong-un was the third generation of the Kim dynasty, the grandson of the esteemed Kim Il-sung. It was clear from the start that Kim Jong-un was destined for a life of power and privilege. He was carefully prepared to take over leadership through an elite education and a carefully crafted image. As part of his preparation, Kim Jong-un was sent to Switzerland under a false identity. There, he attended a private English-speaking school near Bern from 1993 to 1998. Reports from Japanese newspapers describe him as a good student who was shy but friendly with his classmates and a fan of basketball. He was always seen with an older student who was believed to be his bodyguard. This experience in Switzerland provided him with a valuable international perspective, an important asset for his future role as a leader. When Kim Jong-un returned to North Korea, he earned 2 degrees, one in physics from Kim Il-sung University and another in military studies from Kim Il-sung Military University. From the beginning of his rule, Kim Jong-un showed his wide-ranging ambitions. After his father's death, he was celebrated as the great successor of the revolutionary cause. He was praised as an outstanding leader of the party, army, and people, much like his father, Kim Jong-il. He even became chairman of the funeral committee for Kim Jong-il. The Korean Central News Agency called Kim Jong-un a great person born of heaven, a title once reserved for his father and grandfather. Once in power, Kim Jong-un worked hard to appear approachable and caring. His image was everywhere, from billboards to public buildings, constantly reminding people of his high status. However, while Kim Jong-un splurges on luxury items, his people live in extreme poverty. New reports from the UK's Mirror reveal that Kim Jong-un spent £122,000 on provocative women's lingerie within a year, despite widespread poverty among his people. Trade records from 2022 show the regime's lavish spending, including luxury items like expensive lingerie intended for a few privileged individuals and the pleasure squad. The regime also spent an astonishing £2,675,000 on spirits and liqueurs, mostly imported from China, showcasing their love for luxury goods. Additionally, North Koreans were provided with £12.6 million worth of tobacco products, including cigars, cigarettes, and cigarillos. This spending highlights the stark contrast between the lavish lifestyle of the elite and the struggles of ordinary people. These events show the dictator's extravagant way of living, which is aimed at boosting his political power. He holds secret, opulent parties to flaunt his wealth and keep the elite under his control. Being part of these gatherings is a special honor for a chosen few, forming a close-knit group of loyal supporters. This lavish lifestyle is in sharp contrast to the daily struggles of ordinary citizens who live on as little as $4.4 a day. North Korea's trade statistics reveal the big gap between the rich elite and the struggling general population. While luxury goods like chocolate and alcohol are imported in large amounts, essential items like food and hygiene products receive only minimal investment, despite international sanctions. The trade figures also show that the regime relies heavily on foreign sources to support their luxurious way of living. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of Pyongyang, Under the cover of darkness, Kim Jong-un's secret parties were famous among the elite. Lavish feasts, echoing laughter, and whispered secrets marked the gatherings. However, a hidden truth has come to light inside Kim Jong-un's secret parties, as they never told you. One evening, as the clock struck midnight, a new guest slipped into the inner room. Jin, a trusted aide with a love for curiosity. Among the sparkling chandeliers and fancy dishes, Jin discovered a hidden door behind a velvet curtain. With shaking hands, he opened it to reveal a room unlike any other. A library filled with forbidden books, coded messages, and a map leading to ancient secret tunnels beneath North Korea. The discoveries were shocking. These tunnels were said to hold long-lost treasures and hidden weapons, left behind by previous rulers. As Jin looked deeper, he found plans that would change the nation's power structure. The secret parties, it seemed, were a cover for a much bigger, more dangerous game, a game Jin now found himself deeply involved in. What do you think Jin will do with this dangerous new knowledge? Let us know your answer in the comments section. Dark side of North Korea. In 2017, Kim Jong-un took over leadership of one of the poorest countries on Earth, where severe poverty has pushed many to the edge of starvation. The situation is so bad that some predict thousands may die from hunger in North Korea this year. The country faces constant shortages of food and medical supplies, a long-standing problem made worse by Kim Jong-un's leadership. Kim Jong-un's poor management of the country's resources has already led to the deaths of millions. Since the start of the 21st century, North Korea has faced ongoing food crises due to an ineffective government and unstable leadership. When Kim's father took power in 1919-1904, agricultural production was dropping sharply. Kim Jong-un's rise to power turned this crisis into a devastating famine that claimed up to 3 million lives. Although the famine eased by 1998 and crop production improved, food shortages continued and aid kept coming from around the world. Private markets became a new way to get food. However, Kim Jong-un's rule has been marked by repeated crises. In 2005, the government banned private grain sales, making the nation rely on the state-run food system again, which caused a second, though less severe, food crisis. The situation got worse after North Korea's first nuclear test, which led other countries to stop their aid. There are suspicions that Kim Jong-un may exaggerate the severity of the food crisis. Many believe that the regime saves grain for the military, leaving ordinary people to suffer. North Korea's prison camps are another serious concern. Some survivors of Auschwitz say that conditions in North Korean camps are as bad as or worse than those in Nazi concentration camps. It's estimated that up to 130,000 people are imprisoned for speaking out against the government. A report by the International Bar Association's War Crimes Committee details severe human rights abuses, including crimes against humanity committed by both high-ranking officials and lower-level guards in North Korean prison camps. Witnesses have reported horrific abuses, such as feeding newborn babies to guard dogs, killing prisoners caught foraging for food, and using brutal methods to force women into abortions. The report estimates that hundreds of thousands of prisoners have died under the Kim dynasty, with many executed to maintain control, Christians tortured, and thousands deliberately starved. In 2014, the United Nations conducted a major investigation, finding that North Korea's crimes were alarmingly similar to those committed by the Nazis. The International Bar Association's report serves as an unofficial follow-up, urging international bodies to investigate the crimes of Kim Jong-un and other officials. Sexual abuse of women is a widespread issue in North Korea. Oh John-hee, a former textile trader from Ryanggang province, described how market guards often demanded bribes, sometimes through forced sexual acts, a practice that continued until she left the country in 2014. She explained that women in North Korea are often powerless to prevent or report such abuses. Park Yang-hee, another escapee, shared her traumatic experiences of being interrogated and abused by police after being sent back to North Korea from China. She described being subjected to physical abuse and invasive questioning about her time in China, where she had been sold. The people of North Korea endure immense suffering daily. Studies show that Kim Jong-un is responsible for many crimes against humanity, including murder, enslavement, torture, and sexual violence. The widespread starvation and abuse highlight the extreme hardship faced by North Koreans under his regime. What are your thoughts on the shocking mysteries revealed inside Kim Jong-un's secret parties? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section.